Hey there, my friend. Welcome, and thank you so much for being open to taking a look at the business model that you'll find right below this video. There will be a button below where you can take a look. Before you do that, though, we wanted to say hi. The reason you're watching this video is because someone that you know and love, and someone that knows and loves you, invited you to take a look at this. So we're very thankful that you have an open mind and you're willing to come take a look. This is Mike, my business partner.
How's it going?
My name is Paul, and we actually co-founded the company that you're about to see. Right now we're on our way back from Charlotte, North Carolina from a training event for the community that we're building here in this company, and we've driven over 4,300 miles. This is why you see a bunch of luggage in the back of my car. The web domain here is lasthonestbusiness.com, and we wanted to do the best we can to make sure that this at least has the potential of being a good fit for you and being a benefit to you and your future.
Yeah, and the reason we called it The Last Honest Business is because we've been through a ton of different things online. In fact, when we started the company in 2016, we didn't actually have a desire to be company owners. We were happy affiliates of other companies. Then all of a sudden they would promise us a certain amount of pay, and then they would change it and go against that, or they would do some things that were unethical. Or the worst one is we would take all this time to build a business and it would be gone in a year or two. So it was like starting over and over and over and going through all these different problems. Wasn't there a ton of different things that we've experienced in this industry?
Yeah, both Mike and I, we're normal people. We're both dads. I've been married for 16 years and you've been married for about the same, right?
Yeah, 16 years and I have 6 kids. So yeah.
I've got 4 boys, and really all we wanted from the very beginning was to build a business that would allow us to be with our families and also to achieve some of the dreams that we had in life. We wanted to get out of debt, own the homes that we wanted to live in, drive the cars that we wanted, and all of these were really great things to strive for. But what we found on our journey was that there were so many businesses that we started that we were excited about, only to, after some passage of time, discover that there was dishonesty inherent in the businesses in one form or another. Back in 2016, we were faced with a turning point, and that was either we stopped doing what we'd been doing because we just didn't feel good about it anymore. We really want to be honest, we want to be ethical, and we want to be able to just tell the truth. We want to share good things with people, things that can be a benefit to their lives. And through all of these various business ventures that we'd been through, we just didn't have faith that we could find a business that we could trust and count on long term. So like Mike said, we decided to do the crazy thing, which was to start our own company. Is this the last honest business in the entire world? Probably not. There definitely are honest businesses out there, but our journey taught us that it's really, really hard to find an honest business, especially one that you can build from home in your spare time or your free time, one that you can trust to pay you, to tell you the truth, to be around far off into the future. That was really, really hard for us to find. And so for us, The Last Honest Business is this company that we started 6 years ago that up to this point in time has already paid out over $4 million in commissions. We've helped to provide over 280,000 days of meals to kids in need throughout the world through an organization called Feed My Starving Children. And it's a business that is very profitable, brings us an incredible amount of freedom and flexibility. It's also a business that we absolutely love. We have the best people here in our community that make us happy, that inspire us to grow, serve, love, and be better while we're growing a residual income from home. So we wanted to share with you a little bit of our story in the hopes that you feel like you can trust that what you're about to see on the next page, when you click the button right below this video, is really something different, and it's coming from a place of authenticity and honesty. It's always our goal to strive to tell the truth in everything that we do. Anything you'd like to add to that?
Yeah, one of the concepts we love in our community is principle-centered leadership. We just got back from an event full of principle-centered people, and it was just a great community to be a part of, and that is the one that you're about to take a look at. And we love each other, and that's different. We're there for you. In fact, we have multiple masterminds throughout the week that you can plug into, ask questions, get the help that you need. When I first started online, I remember I joined this business and they were selling a huge high ticket thing. I bought it, and the only thing they did was a conference call that no one was able to ask questions to. When we started this business in 2016, I vowed to have a place people can ask questions and get the help that they need. So I'm just super proud of this business, and I know that you will love it as well.
The last thing is, this business is definitely not a fit for everyone. If you're someone who has a dream, if you're someone who wants to grow an income in a bigger way, pay off your debt faster, buy some things you want to buy, if you're someone who's in a job that you don't love, these are all good indicators that what you're about to see on the next page might be something that can be really beneficial to you. Some further qualifications would be, in order to have success with what you're about to see, this isn't a get rich quick scheme. Like I said earlier, it's something that you can trust. And so what does that mean? That means that if you like what you see on the next page and you're inspired by the results that people have created and that we've helped people create and their incomes and their lifestyles, you're going to want to be someone who is open to growth and change, someone who's willing to learn, and yes, willing to work. There is no business on the planet that you can make money at if you're not willing to work. So if you have a dream, if you want a better life for yourself, if you want to grow your income, and you are willing to learn and willing to work, then I think what you're about to see on the next page could very well be one of the most life-changing things that you've ever seen.
All right, so here's where the rubber meets the road as we're in a car. Go ahead and click the link below, find out more about this business, and watch that entire video, read through the whole entire page, and get started with this community. And we look forward to welcoming you with open arms.
Have a great day. Always go for James. Bye for now.
And today we're going to be talking about a question that I get a lot from people. People will message me and they'll be like, hey, how do I make money really, really fast? I'm in a dire situation. I need to make money fast. And what's your recommendations? And so this is going to not be maybe not the typical type of webinar or video or live that you see me do, but I'm going to address this question. It's a real live question that people actually send me. So anyway, so I'll get right into that. But if you are on with me live, drop a comment below. Let me know where you're live from. If you're on the replay, do hashtag replay. I always love to know who our replay viewers are as well. And then if you have any questions for me or comments or feedback on this topic, I would appreciate it. It always makes these lives a little bit more fun when I have interaction and I can answer questions. So let's see who we got on real quick, and then we'll get right into the content. So we've got Nick here. What's up, Nick? Hope all is well. Thank you. I'm still recovering from a cold over the weekend, so my voice is a little deep. That's why. What's up, Bill? What's up? From Virginia. Love it. We got the Netherlands in the house. How's it going? We got, all right, Maine. We got Jeff Topper. Great to see me. We got Matthew Martin. Awesome. Funnel Builder Master. Right there. We got Danny. Awesome. Thank you for showing up, Danny. Okay, so let's get right into the content. I don't want to keep you guys too long. But again, so today is make money fast. And this question, I get this question. Now, keep in mind that in every company you ever join, I am pretty sure, and let me know in the comments, you've probably seen someone come in and hit the ground running and make a ton of money. Maybe they made, in fact, there was one company I joined, and there was one guy who made, I don't remember the exact number, so don't quote me on this, but I think he made like $700,000 in 1 month, his first month in the business. And it was some kind of record. Like there's been like no direct sales company ever who have had someone join and make 700 grand their first month. I think it was a record. Now that's fast, right? You could agree that that's fast. So here's the thing. Whenever I get this question, sometimes it really bothers me deep down because here's what ends up happening, and I've seen this happen before. Uh, in fact, I've had one person ask me this multiple times throughout years. So get this. So I had one person message me. I think it was back in 2016 when we first launched our company. He asked me, "Hey, I need to make 10 grand in the next 30 days. What do I need to do?" And I told him what he needed to do. Like I broke down the numbers in our company, and in fact, the exact numbers were, so we make $120 per person, so basically $10,000 divided by 120. And I said, okay, that would mean you need to make 83 sales. You make 83 sales of both of our products, and you'll make 10 grand. Right. And he's like, okay, I'm gonna get the ground running. I'm gonna do this. And so I broke down the numbers. I told him the exact steps and everything. But then here's what ended up happening. He didn't do the 83 sales, and he didn't make any money. Right. And in fact, I saw him jump from thing to thing to thing to thing. It looked like he was having success. It looked like he was successful. He was out there promoting. And a couple years later, so this is now it's 2018. He's like, man, I need to make money quickly. I need to get this. I need to get to. I think it was 8,000 the second time, right? And he asked me the same question, like, what do I need? And I broke down the numbers and I gave him the numbers, and I had the same opportunity we had 2 years ago, and he didn't hit it. Okay. And then he asked me again, literally a couple weeks ago. So this is the third time this same person came to me asking how can he get to a $10,000 a month income quickly and if he can do it with our company. And again, I was just like, here's the numbers again, same numbers, same opportunity, same thing. And sure enough, he ended up joining something else and going off on his own thing. And so why am I bringing this up? Well, here's the deal. If you are constantly searching and trying to hit the income fast, you're going to be searching for the income fast for years and years and years and years to come. When in fact, had he slowed down a little bit in 2016 and took it a little bit slower and followed the training, did the steps, and maybe went for, instead of a huge number, maybe start with becoming profitable and then take a little bit stair step a little bit up and then maybe hitting 3K a month, and then a little bit stair step a little bit and then maybe hitting the 10 grand a month over a 6-month period. Had he had that goal, he probably would have hit the 10 grand a month by 2017 or 2018, within 2 years. And he would have been making a residual income for many years to come in 2018. But instead, he is still searching for the $10,000 a month in 30 days, 7 years later. So I want you guys to get that. Or actually, that was 2016. So 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Yeah, 7 years later. So he was trying to hit 10 grand a month in 30 days. And he's still trying to hit 10 grand a month in 30 days, 7 years later. What do you guys think is a better strategy? Take your time and slow it down a little bit and hit it maybe within 1 to 2 years, or try to hit 10 grand in 30 days for 7 years. Which one do you guys think is a better strategy? And I know that sounds weird and counterproductive. So basically, what you need to do, instead of hurrying, slow down. Okay, slow down, take your time, pick a company and run with it. And first, become profitable. Second, maybe make enough to pay off your expenses that you have every month. Third, then go for the luxury income and then stick with it long term. And I promise you, you're going to make money a lot faster by slowing down. You're going to make money faster by slowing down. Otherwise, you're going to be in a hurry for years and years and years and years and never hit your goal. And I've seen this over and over and over in this industry. And it actually drives me crazy. It drives me crazy. So to make money fast, you have to slow down. Okay. And I know that sounds counterproductive, but it is true. If you want to make money fast, you have to slow down and take your time. Hit one stair step at a time, and then you will make money fast. The numbers are the numbers, by the way. If you want to make a certain amount of income, you have to figure out what you personally earn on every sale you make and reverse engineer it. Take the number, your goal, divide it by the number you personally make, and those are the numbers you need to produce. So I would venture to say he probably would have made money a lot faster had he slowed down. Learn as you go and stay consistent. Exactly. The long cut is the only shortcut. Yeah, I love that. I probably should have mentioned that. The long cut is the shortcut. So, a lot of people are trying to look for the shortcut. It's the long cut. That's the shortcut. And isn't that interesting? That it doesn't make logical sense. If you are, or if you're slowing down and taking your time, what is it, like the tortoise and the hare analogy, right? What happened to the hare? Like he sped up and crashed and did all these different things, and then all of a sudden, eventually, the tortoise won. you know, so it's like it's that same concept. So I love that concept. It makes total sense to me. I take it one step at a time. You retain your wealth a lot longer. Exactly. Great tips. Thank you, Rachel. Great info and mindset. Thank you, Bill. All right. Geo says, drives me crazy too. Why they hop around? I don't understand it. Exactly. Okay, this is true. And steady wins the race. Exactly. All right. Never give up in the house. We're grateful. Thank you so much, Christian and Rita Joy. That's Never Give Up Entertainment. All right. Chase says, financial freedom generally takes time because you need to deliver a lot of value and become a person that attracts others because of the value, the character you've become. Thank you so much, Chase. Okay, so we've got our $1,000. So you bring in 100 people into your business, making $10 per person, and that puts in about $1,000 a month residual income. And now, of course, you get more money if these people do anything, which I would venture to say I've built teams of thousands of people in the past, and the percentage of people who actually do anything are low. Okay. But it is possible. If you bring in this many people, you should be able to build a decent size business. But just wanted to throw out a couple things to think about. So the topic of today specifically was how to 10x this. So let's say you do the same amount of work. Okay, the same amount of work, the same amount of people. Now, I think there was even someone who told me, does anyone remember the company called Amway? Anyone remember that? I actually joined it called something called Quickstar at one point. And I didn't realize, but apparently that was owned by Amway. So I actually joined Amway at one point. so yay, I'm part of the crowd. But I didn't know that because they branded it like Quickstar or something like that. And I joined it at one point. But the point is, I heard that there was a secret part of their compensation plan that they didn't tell anybody. And what's cool is there's no secret anymore. Like, I'm gonna just give you guys the secret. But that compensation plan had a secret compensation plan where they would sell tools to their downline. Okay, so they would sell, so the Amway sold tools to their downline or the entire downline, and the leaders split the profits between the tool sales. So guess what ended up happening? Those leaders started quadrupling, 10xing, 100xing their income. Why? Because their downline were joining a business. They needed tools to build the business. So they needed capture pages, they needed marketing materials, they needed different tools and training, right? To build their business. So they just had a whole bunch of tools. And then all of a sudden, those leaders' incomes just shot through the roof. And they're making hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars a month because of what? Tools. They needed tools for their business. And that 10x or more a lot of the people's incomes. Now, what's cool today is you can tap into that secret compensation plan on your own. Okay, you don't have to have it built into your MLM or affiliate marketing deal. You can do it right now. There's tons of tools that can help your team make more money. Okay? So, for example, let me pull open the screen again here. And so here's an example. Let's say you do the same amount of work instead of and let's say you wanted to make a lot of money. Okay. So here's what ends up happening. So let's say you sold or you told your team, so they joined your team, and then in your new member welcome video, you showed them a tool. Make sure you can see what I'm writing because I have my video on here. Okay. Okay. So let's do that. So you showed them a tool to market business better. So we're going to call that the HBA funnel builder. Okay. Because that's a funnel builder tool that we have in our company. I'm just going to give you one example here. There's a lot of different examples. There's autoresponders. There's different tools. There's training. In fact, our company does marketing training as well. I'm going to show you one example here. So this is $25. So $25 per month and pays $20 per month. Okay. So now you bring in the same 100 people. Now I actually tested this. I when I was promoting an MLM a few years ago, I brought in probably close to this into that MLM. And 100% of these people, I actually what I did is I built a website, capture page, sales page combination for my team to use. And I did the sales page, I did the sales video, and I said to my team, hey, if you want to get this tool, you need to buy the HBA funnel builder. Okay. This tool, just like Amway did, right? They had tools for their team to buy. And so what I ended up doing is I sold this tool, and 100% of my team bought the tool. The people I personally brought in. Now there was people in my downline that didn't have it, but the people that I personally brought in, they all bought the tool. Okay, so I was making probably around, I would say, $10, $5 per person. Actually, it was because it was a binary. It was about $5. It would be $10 if I had like a runaway leg, but unfortunately, that doesn't happen very often, right? I had to build both legs in that business, so I was making about $5 per person. So if you want to do the math, this on $10 per person, it's 1,000, right? So let me show you the math here. So let's say you bring in 100 people. You did no extra work. The only extra work is maybe you did a welcome video telling them about this tool. That's about it. That's the only extra work that you did. So now check out what the numbers equal when you do that. So $100. Okay. Here we go. So 100 times 20 is 2,000. Okay. $2,000 a month from HBA Funnel Builder, and 1,000. So basically 3,000 total. So 3,000 a month total. Okay. So you were literally at this point, you 3x'd your income because you were making what, 1,000? And now you're making 3,000, right? And if this number is lower, this number is higher, like, or the number that to get to the 10x mark, it's higher. But not only did these people buy the HBA Funnel Builder from me, there's also a marketing training product called the HBA Premium, which is 100. So let me throw that in here. Premium, which is $100 residual per month. So 125 days, $100 per month. Okay. So what ended up happening is a certain percentage of these people also bought premium, and we'll just say 30%. Okay. So let's just say 30% of them bought premium. So out of 100, so that's 30 times 100 is another 3,000 a month, which is a total now of what? So actually, let me just do the whole number. So 120 times, okay, so 3,000. So we'll just do $6,000 per month residual income. Okay. So in my business, because I was only making 500 here because I was making $5 a person. So I gave $10 was actually kind of a higher number than I probably should have put on this paper. But when I ran the numbers myself, I 10x'd my income because I was making $500 a month originally from the sales that I made from those 100 sales. But by just adding 2 tools only, I increased my numbers to 6,000, so $6,000 a month per month residual income. And I want you guys to realize this. I did that doing no extra work. It is the same 100 people. And what's cool is when you show this to people, someone's making 1,000 from, or maybe 500, which is what mine was. So my real numbers were this. So let me just, that makes more sense. So this was my real numbers when I did it personally. And when I moved them over into 2 different tools, now I'm making this instead of this. And if you 500 times 10, that's 5,000. So 500, I guess this video could have been 500 times 11 because that's a little bit closer, 5,500. But the bottom line is these numbers are going to work out differently for every single person in here. Like if you have more of people, like more than 30% convert to HBA Premium, this number is going to be higher. If you have less, it's going to be lower. But the point I wanted to make, and I guess the main thing, is a couple tips I want you to take away from this video. A, you should be providing the tools that your team needs to build a residual income. If they're joining you in an MLM business, there are many tools, and a lot of times people are, I will just say, and we'll wrap it up here. A lot of times people are so desperate to just hand everything to your team. And they're like, okay, I want to give you all the marketing training for free. I want to give you all the systems for free. I want to give you the capture pages, the sales pages, all these things for free. And they are literally not only hurting yourself on income, but you're hurting them as well by doing that. By providing everything that they need in a business for free. Could you imagine a restaurant owner just getting handed everything for free, right? All these things for free. Like they wouldn't it wouldn't work out. Like people would not it just wouldn't work out financially for them. They wouldn't have any skin in the game for one, but here's why it's hurting them. If you give them all the stuff for free, as much stuff as you possibly can, and you do all the work, you set all the stuff up for free and you give it to them, well, now they are stuck at bringing in 100 people and making $500 a month residual income because you gave them everything for free. They are literally doing above average work and making below average income by you giving them everything for free. Now, if you plug them into a couple tools, they only need 2 sales and they're in profit. And if they get that same 100, instead of making 500, they're making 6,000. Think about that for a second. What is better for your team, to make 500 or 6,000? So it's the same opportunity that you have, they have as well. So if you tell them about quality tools that can help them build their business, then not only are you making more money, but so are they. And that's the key thing you need to think about. So before you start trying to build out free websites, free marketing training, free this, free that, free this, free that, think about what you are taking away from your team. Think about the income that they are losing when you do that. And think about the income that you are losing as well. And we all get into this business. Like, think about it. Why did you go get a job? Why did you go get a job? Did you go there to be a philanthropist, right? If I said that right. Did you go to your job so that you can just work for free? Why did you do a business? You did a business so that you can replace the job, right? You did a business so that you can actually make some money. And so if you want to make money, you need to do things in a certain way and not cripple your ability to make money. So I see that there's some teams out there that are like, oh, I just want to give everything to them, everything. And then they make 25 cents per sale. And then they're like, well, I gave everything away. It's like, why did you do that? Well, now you're literally taking income away from your team. You're taking income away from people when you do that. So instead of giving everything for free, have people buy a quality tool. And it doesn't have to be the HBA funnel builder. It doesn't have to be an autoresponder. It could be any tool that will help them build their business. But the reason I like the HBA funnel builder is because it pays 80% commission. So you get the most of the money paid out to you when you make a sale. So it just makes the most sense to me to sell a tool that also makes people more money and is quality and it's something related. So for example, if you build a website for your team and they buy it for 25 bucks a month, you are now increasing their income by $20 a month on every single sale they make. And if they're making $1 per sale, that's 20xing their income on just the funnel builder, right? So anyway, that's my little rant for today or ramble for the day. Let me see what you guys are commenting. What do you guys think about this concept? All right. Yep, Amway Nowday. That's funny. Love the way you laid out the plain language. Yep.
So are you going to intro me, or I'm doing the presentation, right? Or are you?
Oh, are you? I thought I was.
Oh, you are? Oh, okay, cool. Good news for me. Very good. All right. Well, guys, welcome to our presentation today. Super excited to be here and very excited that you've made a decision to join us. I think if you stick all the way through to the end, you're going to be very grateful you did. Odds are you're going to pick up some things you can use in your business to generate more income, create more success. And of course, through this process, we're going to be introducing a business model that you will have the choice to get started with if you want. Of course, nobody's watching you through the screen, so we can't, like high pressure you to click the button below and get started. But if you do decide to get started with what my business partner Mike is going to show you today, I do believe that you will find, like many others have found, something amazing, something unique, something like I wrote about in my email today. Basically, the business model that I've been looking for my whole entire life. It's my dream business. I can't see myself building any other type of business from home. And so, regardless, we hope that you'll tune in and pay attention and see if that might be the case for you. So, what I'm going to do is quickly introduce my business partner and our presenter today. This is a man I know and love. I've known him since 2012, I think, was when we first met. We met on a cruise in the Bahamas, believe it or not. What a great place to meet somebody, you know? How did you and your business partner meet? On a cruise to the Bahamas. But we became very fast friends, and we've been working together. We worked together in various businesses in those early years, even though we weren't really directly connected to each other in a profit type of a way. Like I didn't benefit from his business activity. He didn't benefit from my business activity, but we really aligned with each other in our values and our goals and dreams, and how it was that we wanted to help people. And so, I've known this guy, again, 2011 or 12-ish. That's 14 years. In fact, I was just talking to my brother-in-law a couple of days ago, and he says, "How's business going?" I said, "It's going great." And he says, "Things going okay with your partner?" I'm like, "Yeah." And then he's like, "I hear all kinds of things about business partners, like a lot of horror stories." And I'm like, "Yeah, that's true. I've heard those as well." But I explained to my brother-in-law, I said, "Yeah, but I was working with Mike for, gosh, I think it was, let's see, we, as I mentioned, 2011, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So we were working together for a good 6 or 7 years before we started what you're going to see today together. So all of that to say that I know this guy, I love him like a brother. And I trust him. I trust him with everything. And so in addition to that, though, in addition to my trust for him, he's also very accomplished. So Mike has built 3 separate $1 million businesses from home. He didn't start out successful. He failed high school English. He's a former military vet. He's a family guy. He's got a bunch of kids, beautiful wife. I live in southern Utah. And he's persevered through a lot of challenge and trial and setback to be able to create the success that he's created. And so I don't think there's anything else I want to say about you today, Mike, other than you're a great friend, and I'm super thankful to be on this road of life and this business journey with you. So I will turn the time over to Mr. Mike Hobbs. And I skipped the official intro today. Hope that's okay. Figured I would just shoot from the hip and talk about you.
That's all good. I love your intros, Paul, and thank you everybody for showing up today. And if you're wondering why there's a whole bunch of people on this Zoom meeting while you're watching this on the page, it's because we invite our members to come and hang out with us during these first Saturday of the month meetings where we let you come behind the shoulder and see exactly what we have here inside of our company and how we can help you in some way. And we can help you in many different ways. We can help you either make money from home if that's something that you are wanting to do. Maybe you want to pay off debt. Maybe you just want to make an extra 3 grand a month. Maybe you want to actually up it and get a lot more money every single month. Whatever your goal is, we're here to help you. We can also help you in building your current business. So yes, I'll be talking about an affiliate program you can promote on the internet and feel proud of and make 80% commissions, which is pretty cool. You get most of the money, and a concept where you can only make 2 sales and be in profit and have a profitable business with only 2 sales. So we'll be sharing with you how to do that. But then on the other side, the products that we offer will also be able to help you in whatever it is that you are building currently. So if you have a network marketing business, we can help you with that. If you have an affiliate marketing business, we can help you with that. If you have a brick and mortar business, we can show you how to also make more money in that business type of business as well. So no matter why you're here, our products and services and affiliate program can help people in a wide variety of ways. And so I'm excited to help you in that journey. So I love this community, by the way. Like it's if and let me know where everybody's dialing in from, and if you're on the page, let me know where you're coming in from as well in the chat, and I'll just kind of keep this chat open as I go so I can interact with everybody. But I just love the community. I love being part of something that is great. And the first thing that we love to just briefly cover before I get into the products, what we have for products, what we have to help you make money with the compensation, our vision, all these different things. Before I get too far into that, I want to just share real quickly, and actually relates to my story, how HBA was created originally. Actually is side by side with my story as well. And I see lots of people from different countries too. Cool. We have Wisconsin, Spain, right? The UK. We have MS. Is that Minnesota? I don't know. Spain. I don't know all my states. I like Paul said, I didn't do too well in high school. So Atlanta, Michigan, Mississippi, Arizona. Cool. So anyway, let's just get into it. So just real quick, I started home business in 2007. In fact, I did a little stint in 2003. I don't know if anyone's ever done that. Let me know if you've ever tried an MLM and lasted only 30 days. Right? I tried my first MLM ever, and just keep in mind what we have to offer here is not an MLM. Nothing against MLM if you guys love that model. We're not offering that here today, but I just want to share the backstory of why HB exists. And it really starts with my personal story as well. So I tried my very first MLM in 2003. I was told to get on the phone. In fact, I remember the RVP of the company came over to my house and he was talking to me. He asked me about my goals and I was excited. I was like, "Wow, this is cool. I can make an income from home." And so he told me, okay, write down a list of anyone ever do that? Like, write down a list of everyone, your friends and family, everything. Just put it all, don't even think about it. Just write this list down. And so, yes, I wrote that list down. And I wasn't expecting this. I thought he was going to say, okay, here's a script. You can do it on your own time and whatever. No, he literally did this. He's like, okay, here's the script I want you to say, and go ahead and call the first person on the list right now. And I was like, what? Like, like right now, like in front of you, and he's like, yeah, just call the first person and do this. I'm like, oh crap. And it got me way out of my comfort zone. And so what did I do? I called that person, and it was my dad. He was the top of the list. And I just rattled through the script, and it was something along the lines of, "Hey, I just started this new business. We were helping people save money on their phone bill. If you could do me a favor and switch over your phone plan, it will help me build my business, and I'll most likely save you some money as well at the same time. With that, would you be able to help me out with that?" And I heard my dad grudgingly like, sure. Like you could tell his voice was not happy. Like I called him and asking him for a favor, and uh and he grudgingly signed up. My very first call ever in MLM. I signed up my first customer in the very first call. Now that doesn't always happen in this industry, I do admit, but I just thought it was funny because I if he would not have told me to call him, I would not have. I guarantee it. I guarantee I would not have called him. And so I guess a lesson I got out of that was you just got to take action, right? And follow your mentors and things like that. But long story short, with that company, I I was excited. I made 30 personal sales that month, personal, and I recruited 3 people that month into the business, like to do the business with me. And then I looked at my first check. I was all excited and I was going gung ho, calling everybody, doing everything. My confidence was high. And I got my first check and it was $2 and like 56 cents. Okay. So think about this for a second. Here I am busting my butt for 30 days to hit this bonus that they had. And I didn't hit the bonus. I was like 2 or 3 sales short. So, A, I didn't get the bonus. I got a $2.56 check. And I'm sitting here, wow. Like I did all this work for nothing. And so that leads me to the first problem I faced. Tiny commissions. Okay. That was the first problem I hit in my own personal journey. And this all this relates to why HBA exists, by the way. And so that was tiny commissions. That was the first hurdle that I found in this industry. And it made me quit. I quit. Why did I quit? Because I made more money at Walmart. You know what I mean? Like, if you work less hours and make more money at Walmart, which one are you going to do? Are you going to do this company that paid me $2.56 where I spent probably 8 hours a day calling and closing and running to people's houses like crazy? And I probably spent double the time I did at my job doing this thing to make $2 in a month, or go to Walmart and make 17 or $18 an hour that I was making at the time. Obviously Walmart, right? So I quit that job and I went back to, or I quit that business and went back to my job. And then I came across this industry again in 2007. Did the same thing. I made about 4 grand that year from that company, so it was a little bit better. But then I ran into this second issue in home business, right? Where I noticed my upline, she was making 6 figure income and I was excited. And again, I made 4 grand that year myself. I was moving and shaking. I was excited about the company. And then I saw my upline get promoted and she hit the one of the top positions in the company where she was able to now start her own company, like her own store or whatever you want to call it, and break off from the branch that we were in. So she got to start her own building and her own business. And I was excited for her because I was in her downline and she was really helpful for me, and she closed a lot of my sales and all these different things. And so I said, okay, I'm excited. We're going to move offices, right? I thought I was going to move with her and we're going to continue to work together. And then all of a sudden I noticed she said, oh no, I need to leave my biggest leg with the current office and then go and start my own office with the rest of my team. And so it was almost like a breakup. Like I'm like, wait a minute, what? So you're leaving my upline, my sponsor basically is leaving me to someone else. And I wasn't her biggest leg. I had a couple people above me, right? So that were doing way better than me. But I was in that biggest leg, right? So I was like a couple levels below her. And so we stayed with the current thing. And then all of a sudden I noticed the dynamic of the office was lower because she wasn't there. I wasn't as excited anymore. And then turns out she her business dwindled. She lost her biggest leg, her biggest everything, momentum. She lost momentum and she ended up having to quit and go back to UPS. So here's this lady making 6 figures from home, now working back at UPS because of the compensation plan of that company. They call that what? The breakaway leg, right? The breakaway leg or something. Because of the comp plan and because she got promoted, she had to go back to UPS. And then I quit that company too. So again, second issue that I ran into in this industry, and again, relates completely to why HBA exists, right? Um, so these are the first two think about this. Like I'm 2 for 2 now. Like this is not going good, right? The first two companies, this is just not working out. Third, so I was like, okay, now I found the internet now. Okay. Okay, so I found this automated system that said, earn thousands of dollars automated on the internet, or something along the line. And it was like this beach bum on a website, right? And I was like, oh, that's cool. So then I opt in, and then all of a sudden it was like this automated system. Of course, I was just going through the automated system. And so this is the second thing that happened to me. They, so I went from network marketing and MLM, and then now I'm on the internet, right? I'm on my third company. I'm on the internet. This is going to be way better experience. Okay. And so I joined that company, and they make me drop, first of all, 3 grand to join. Okay. So it was like so this is the third issue that I came into. So I dropped 3 grand into this company. So it's more of like a higher ticket type thing. And then they told me I needed to place a banner every day on the internet. And I started placing banners every day on the internet. And it would cost me $100 for this banner, $500 for this banner, $100 for this banner. And I was doing that every day, one banner a day. And I just kept going, 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 going. In 30 days, I placed 30 banners. And it ended up costing me $5,000 for these banners, plus $3,000 for the program. So I'm into this new online business. It's going to be way cooler experience. And now I'm 8 grand in the hole and just praying that I make a sale, right? And sure enough, I did. I made, I believe it was 3 sales. I'll have to double check, but yeah, or maybe I made 5. Yeah, I think I made 5 sales. So I made 5 sales, and I generated like 2,000 leads. So that's cool. And I generated 5 sales. Now, if you want to do the math, that means I spent 8 grand and made 5 grand. And so here I am going backwards still. Okay. So like anyone who is a math major, is that a good return on your investment? Spend 8, make 5? Like, I don't think you need to be a math major. And what did this end up doing? It put me in debt. It put me in debt. And I was actually never in debt up to that point. Just so you know, I was actually completely debt free up to that point, and I would not go in debt. And then all of a sudden, now I'm like spending thousands of dollars on the internet and just going in debt. And so now I am in debt. And the way human nature is, I put that whole 8 grand on a credit card, and I didn't pay it off when I made the 5 sales. So here you know what I mean? Like I just took that 5 sales and put it in my bank account. So I put the 5 grand in my bank account, and I still owed the 8, right? And so then I go to the next business, and guess what I do? I put that on a credit card. And then the next business, and I put that on a credit card. So all these, and then so long story short, that company that I joined, that I spent so much money on, guess what they did? They went out of business. Now the main company didn't go out of business, but the system did. And they took my leads with them. And then I, being this brand newbie on the internet, Didn't realize I probably should have downloaded those leads and put them in my own autoresponder. Nobody told me that. Why? Because it was an automated system. You know what automated systems mean? That means you get zero help when you need it because it's automated, right? And so that was my experience with automated systems. So I'm going good so far, right? 3 for 3, 3 companies in a row. Like, not working out too well. Next company, like literally, I'm like 3 for 3, and literally the next company, I actually hit the jackpot. I did. They were paying me 700% commissions. You're like, what? Like, yeah, they were paying me 700%. Like I would make I believe it was. It was like I was making a $30 sale and I'd make 150 every time I made a $30 sale. And I was like, holy cow, this is, you guys can figure that out. I don't know. I don't remember what the percentage is on that, but it was a lot. And so I was making these $30 commissions and I was like, wow, this is a jackpot. So then I started making a whole bunch of commissions on that. And I made, I believe it was, let's see, I think it was 20 grand in 60 days. $20,000 in 60 days. And so I literally thought I hit the jackpot. And and then I and then I go to Bulgaria for the military because I was on a training mission there to train the Bulgarians the USA ways, right? So I was there in a training mission, and then my wife went to the event for that company, and she got recognized on stage for us hitting like so good on production in this company. And we had 0 people quit. Like everybody was happy with the product. Everybody was good. I made 20 grand in 60 days. And she got recognized. So while I'm in Bulgaria and she's getting recognized on stage, because she got recognized on stage, the company ownership or the compliance team or whoever, I don't know what they do there, they started looking at her and what she was doing for marketing. So we got under the spotlight, I guess you could say. And they found out we were using Craigslist to market our business and then calling those leads and closing them on a $37 sale. And so they found out that we were using Craigslist. They didn't like that. And so wait, guess what they did? They lowered our comp plan. They basically said, "Okay, I know you're making $150 a sale, Mike, but now you're going to make $40 a sale." Okay. And so, and then not only are we going to do that to you because we think your team is risky, we're going to do that for you and your entire genealogy. So there were people in my genealogy tree that were not doing that strategy that got punished. And I was like, what? So, so anyway, 4 for 4. Like, like, are you kidding me? Um, and I'm not going to keep going because I could keep going, and I'm going to do one more. And this was literally right after this. Again, 5 for 5. Like, here's the next one. So I joined the next one, and it was a $10 business. So I went from network marketing companies, then to online automated systems, then to reputable publicly, and that was another thing is that company was publicly traded. So that's why they had a lot of rules, right? And they didn't like Craigslist and things. And so guess what happened there? When they lowered our comp plan, everyone quit. And I owed the company money. Like I was in debt to the company. Like it was ridiculous. Um, so so I went from MLMs to high ticket with automated systems to publicly traded reputable company, and then so I was like, man, none of this is working. Let me try low ticket. Okay, so maybe low ticket is the answer. And so I tried a $10 company. I joined a $10 company, low ticket, low barrier of entry. And so that low barrier of entry was $10. The problem is they paid $1 5 levels deep. You want to know something crazy? Is I personally sponsored 300. So like think about this. This time has been passing with all these companies. I'm getting better. Like if I made my first sale on my very first call, you could imagine I'm getting better throughout these different companies. You see what I'm saying? Like I'm starting to become a rock star. Like I'm just sponsoring like crazy at this point. And so now I joined this $10 thing. Man, this thing is gonna take off. It's only $10. I made 300 personal sales in that thing. 300 personal. Okay? So you would think I would be making a good amount of money, right? I have the skill set build up. And then all of a sudden, my team duplicated to 500 within a couple months too. And so now I have a team of 500 people in my downline, and I'm making 500 per month. 500 a month. I couldn't even pay my mortgage with that. You know what I mean? Like I literally could not even pay my mortgage with that. And so here again, tried all these different things, all of them failing, right? Nothing working out. And I'm sitting here using my credit card for groceries, using my credit card for everything at this point. Like literally at first I would just use it to join the businesses. Now I'm using it for everything because here I am sponsoring 300 people making $500 a month, can't even afford groceries. So I have to use a credit card. And I go 100K in debt on credit cards. And in fact, I even had a home equity line of credit that was maxed out at 70 grand and then $30,000 in credit card debt. So that was 100 grand in debt. And so here I am maxed out. I go to the grocery store. I go to swipe to buy the groceries and it declines. I pull out the other card, decline. I pull out the other card, decline. And here I am sitting in the grocery store, like embarrassed because people are waiting. And I'm like, okay, I'll go out to the car and I'll get some money and I'll come back. Just put it to the side. And I go out to the car and I knew that I wasn't going back in. So I literally just had to lie to the lady so I didn't feel so embarrassed because I was not going back in and get those groceries. Right. I was driving home with a drive of shame, like, oh my heck, like what the heck am I gonna do? And here I am. I knew how to recruit. I knew how to make money on the internet. And it just was not working. It was just not working. You would think that I would be in good shape. Like, and what's crazy is there were people who were inviting me to their podcasts. People who were like, "You're a rock star, Mike. You're sponsoring like crazy. You're doing so well." So on the surface, everybody thought I was amazing. And I knew that I was not doing very well like inside. And everybody else thought I was, but I wasn't. And so that leads me and I wanted to just mention these stories because sometimes when we don't tell the problems that we've faced and then we come up with a solution, sometimes it's like, well, why did we create HBA in the first place? Well, the reason why Paul and I created HBA, it was these same kind of stories happened to Paul too. Like we could literally, like I have more. I'm not going to keep going just for the sake of time, but I literally have more. In fact, there's like more companies Paul and I were both in that I didn't even mention. Like these are just before I even met Paul. Like think about that. All this happened that I just shared before I even met Paul. And then when I'd met Paul, we had more things happen to us. And so here we are. I'm going to fast forward. Okay. Here we are in 2016. Paul and I both having the same things happen to us over and over and over and over. And we flew to an event that we were leadership council members of. We had a team there, and we were just not happy with the like the direction the company was going again. And we started talking, hey, what do we do? Do we start our own thing? Do we go back to our jobs, right? Do we quit this industry? Do we just keep going down the same hamster wheel? I don't know. What do we do? And so we decided to create our own company. And we decided to create the Home Business Academy because of all of these problems that were happening. And I do want to mention though, even though all of that negative stuff happened, I eventually did find a company that all of these things came together because the company that Paul and I were in at that time, they changed the game in my mindset because they did a concept that nobody would never heard of. And they started paying out a high percentage of commissions to their reps. And so then when I started making money, my efforts rewarded me. So for example, in that company, they paid 100%, but it was more like later on they switched it to 70% because obviously that's not sustainable for 100%. So they were paying 70% commissions at one point. And I was actually um making really good money. Like there was months that I made $30,000. There was a month that I made $70,000 in a month. There, I think I total I made around 900 and I think it was $980,000 in that company, which was I was really close to my $1 million ring. And so I started making all this money and things were just working and things were making it happen. And the reason I wanted to mention this last story there is because yes, you could be struggling, but if you start to plug into concepts that can take your skill set and put more money in your pocket, that is the key to having true success. So that was the first time I really started having success in this industry was when I started making high commission payout. And so all of this relates to why HBA exists. So I went through all of these different scenarios, right? And then I found a company that paid me really, really well. Okay. And so then I started winning my freedom, paying off the debt, doing all these different things. And then Paul and I, again, were at this event. We were like, what do we do? We see that company going downhill. What do we do? So we took we actually compared stories. We took all the bad things that happened. And then we combined all the good things that happened. And we're like, can we create something? Can we create a company that will be here long term? Because that was one problem that we saw that could pay out high commissions, 80% to be exact, that will pay residual income, give us leverage so people don't have to create merchant accounts, they don't have to create products, they don't have to deliver the products, they don't have to do all of these annoying back end things and maybe even customer support, all these different things. Can we create a company that does all of that for us that will be here long term? And why do we say we'll be here long term? Well, think about it. If we create it and we've gone through all these issues, we control whether it'll be here long term or not. Every company, I'll just say right now, in fact, in sales, don't they always tell you? Like there was one salesperson that told me, you just want to say whatever you want to say that is useful for the sale. Like I remember one of them, or my mentors said something along those lines. Like, if it's not useful, don't say it. I think that's a bunch of BS, right? If it's useful and it's true, then you can say it. Does that make sense? if it's useful and not true, that was the problem that he had, is he would only say things that were useful to the sale, whether it was true or not, and that hurts people. That's manipulation. And so we never want to go down that path. So we wanted something that was true, because every company you ever join, I guarantee they're all going to say it's long term. 100%. I guarantee it, because it's useful to say. Is it true though? You'll have to decide. But up to this point, it was not looking so true, like to the companies that we were in. And so we decided to create our own, because we knew if we create it, we're in control of whether that statement is true or not. Now we have the control of that. And so, just so you guys know, we want a long-term business. We want one. Paul and I want a long-term business. So, what does that mean for you? Well, because we want one, you get one, right? And that is the key. Like, if we want something, you're going to get it. That's our promise to you, because we wanted something that we wanted to be the change we wanted to see in the marketplace. So HBA was started 2016. We took Paul and I's combined knowledge up to this point. I think up to that point, I had sponsored over the years over 2,000 people on the internet. Like over from 2003 until 2016, I sponsored over 2,000 people on the internet. And would you guys agree that would be useful knowledge to learn, right? And how to do that. And so we started coming up with a plan. Paul also on his side, he sponsored a lot of people on the internet as well. I'm thinking up to this point it's probably 1,000 or more, probably, close to that or something. And also he's made millions in this industry. He's also been a real estate investor, where he has freedom through real estate and investing, debt freedom, and all these different things. So we have like all this combined success, right? Like what do we do with this? Okay. We create a company. And so we did. We created HBA in 2016 with the vision of freedom through principle-centered leadership. And we wanted to do things the right way. We wanted to create quality products. We wanted to create a compensation plan that rewarded the person who goes out and takes action. And we wanted something that will be here long term. We wanted to pay high commissions. And these are all things that if I would have had when I started in my journey, I would have been free a long time ago. Like if we had high commissions, great products, long-term vision, high commission payout, all these different things, when I first started in that first company, I'd be free in 2003. If I had what we have here in 2003, I would have been free that first year in business, because I sponsored enough people in that company to make way more than I make in my job. Like, think about that. Like, if I sponsored 30 people in that first company, that would have been close to $4,000 a month here. That would have been life-changing income. And I could have retired early back in 2003 had we had what we have here just inserted then. And that's what our goal was. Can we create something that can create freedom for you faster? Freedom for you faster. And that's what HBA is about. And so whether you want to use our products or whether you want to make money here with our products and selling our products, you can win your freedom from home. And so I'm going to transition into exactly what the products are. And I feel like this will be a good transition to share with you exactly what we've got going. So if on our main website, the Home Business Academy, we have a few tabs: products, compensation, and today I'm going to go through these quickly, but give you like the big bullet points for each one. Okay. So under the compensation plan, if you decide you want to learn how to make money from home, you can sell our products if you would like, and I'll go over what those are here in a minute, for 80% commissions. So you could literally just take our products, you promote it, you make 80% commission. Now, this is sustainable for us because we are frugal. Okay. We are always looking for ways to save money when it comes to business expenses. And so we, on our end, make the 20% commission going to the company work. And part of that 20% also goes to feed hungry kids. So if you scroll to the bottom of the website, we actually feed hungry kids out of that 20% commission that we take as a company. We also help feed kids around the world. So your product purchases, when you make sales, in fact, all of our recognition for our affiliates is based on the meal count. So as you make more sales, you feed more kids, and we recognize you for that at our events. So that is kind of cool. So anyway, so 80% commissions, and all you have to do is own the products that you sell. And that was another concept that we believe in. We want great ambassadors of our products right here. We want great ambassadors of our products. We believe we would not have great ambassadors if you don't even buy the product yourself. So that's literally our only qualification here is you own the product that you sell it, and you make 80%, which I think is really cool. In fact, I thought it was kind of hilarious one time. There was a big wig that wanted us to comp his position. He's like, I don't pay for products on the internet. I just sell them. You know, he was like this big wig. And I was like, well, that's weird because, and I wouldn't do it. And I just thought it was weird. And then like one crazy thing about that story is this bigwig, he could have emailed it out and probably made 50 sales right out of the gate. With 80% commissions, would that have even mattered at all? The cost that he was spending for the product? Like really think about that. If a bigwig just promotes it with an email, they're making way more money than they're spending with that product. So I don't know. I just thought it was hilarious that he didn't want to buy the product because he didn't get comped. So anyway, I just want to throw that out there. We don't comp people, and we even pay for it. So Paul and I pay for the products. Isn't that pretty cool? So I pay for every single product in our lineup, and so does Paul. And so there we go. So that's 80% commission on all of the sales. And what does that equal in actual income to you? You can look at this chart. Just keep in mind, there's not a guarantee of income. You know, average affiliates make 328. Our goal here is to help you not be average, by the way. And I feel like we do a great job of helping you and teaching you everything that we know in all the years that we have to help you become above average. I will also say the average employee in the world makes minimum wage. Okay, so just remember that. Like if you even in the job world, you want to be above average, don't you? Like you want to make the 20, 30, 40, 50 grand a year jobs. Well, the average makes minimum wage. And so you don't want to make minimum wage in home business either. Okay? So that's our goal is to help you make more money. And what's cool here is with 2 sales, you're in profit, as you can see, and just calculate your income. What kind of incomes do you guys want? Let me know. And this will just be a test for you guys. This will be a comp plan test. Can you take our products? So you earn $10, 25, or no, $8, 20, 100, for 128 total. How do you calculate your income that you want with this formula? Well, I'm going to give you the math equation. You take how much income you want to make. You look at this chart. Let's say you want to make $3,200 a month. It's 25 customers on all three products. See how that works? 25 customers on all three products. Remember that example of that first company I was in, and I did 30? I'd be making, like I said, over $3,200 a month with HBA because of that. So that's how you calculate your income. That's all I'm going to cover on the comp plan. You guys can do your own numbers. You want to make 10 grand a month, you just take 10,000 divided by 128. That'll tell you how many customers you need to sponsor to make 10 grand a month. Cool? So that is the comp plan in a nutshell. So do we just have a comp plan or do we actually have good products? That's the next question. So the products, if you come up to the top, you can click on the product section here. And I actually want to just do brief demo on the Let's Goal. So Let's Goal is our first product in our lineup. And keep in mind that we have a vision here of helping people create residual income as well. And so residual income means when you make a sale, you get paid for the life of that customer. And so when we showed the compensation plan, you also remember I had a $10 business that paid me 1. This is a $10 business that pays you 8. Okay, that's the difference there. But all of our products pay you residual except for one. So there's one product that does not pay residual. And I'll talk about that one here at the end there. But the first product is Let's Goal. And this is a personal transformation app. And it helps you with various different things when it comes to your mindset and business. One is a morning routine. I don't know if anyone's heard of the concept of the magical morning, like certain things that you do in the morning is super important for the rest of the day. And so this will guide you through a morning routine. It also guides you through, it also helps you stay on task with your daily tasks, and I'll talk about that here in a second. It gives you a digital vision board. So you've probably heard of, you should be looking at your vision daily, right? And so this actually helps you and guides you through that. My favorite aspect of this is the habit tracker. I think we need to update this page because the sales page has it, but not for some reason, the products page doesn't. Here we go. So right here, this is a new feature that we added recently, and you now can have repeating tasks that create what's called habits, gamified habits. And so as you check things off, and I don't know, I just want to ask you guys a question. How do you guys feel when you write down a list of tasks you need to do for the day? Like what's the feeling you get when you have a list of tasks you need to do and then you cross it off? Does that satisfy anybody in here? Like when you do that, like when you just set up a list and you just start crossing things off, and then at the end of the day, it's all crossed off, you just feel amazing. Well, that's actually been proven to like give you that dopamine effect. So we've actually done that on the internet. Like I know you could do that with a piece of paper, right? But it doesn't keep track of it, the habit, and you have to keep writing it out every day. But what's cool about Let's Goal, this first product in our lineup, is it allows you to do that on the internet. So you can just create a task, as you can see right here, there's your task, right? And then you can choose the days that it repeats, and then it gives you a streak, like based on how many tasks you've done. It celebrates when you cross it off, right? Same effect. You still get that dopamine hit. And then look at that. They're crossed off on the internet too. So you can actually view it, you can screenshot it, cross that sucker off, look at it at the end of the day and be like, awesome, I did it. Right? And so that is a Let's Go product. And this product is only $10. And we have it in our 80% commission model, pays $8 commission. And this is a pretty amazing product. In fact, I think it's really the keywords for this product, like vision board. I looked up some of these. There's a lot of traffic on these little different keywords like vision board and some of these other ones and personal development that you guys can tap into that nobody's tapping into, at least at the moment. So this app to me is super valuable in the personal development space and super valuable for any of us. Like we all should be doing daily tasks. So I'm not going to spend too much time on it, but there you go. That's our first product in our lineup. And you can make a pretty significant income just selling this product if you wanted to on the internet. And so, and I like to compare it to some of the other things right here. As you can see, I sponsored 300 in that first company and made 500, right? Well, look at that. A third of the people pays me more, right? So that's crazy. So I can sponsor 3 times less people and still make more money, even with that one product. So that's kind of a cool little side benefit. All right, so our second product, this one I really love. This is one of our most popular I think it is. It's our most popular product. I think we have more people on this subscription than any other subscription that we have in our lineup at the moment. And that's the HBA Funnel Builder. And the HBA Funnel Builder, this allows you to create websites on the internet, like to capture leads. It actually you can actually I remember I think it was Jen. She's on here the other day. She's like, "Can you sell your own products with this builder?" Yes, you can. You can have your own course with the builder. Can you create those links pages like a link tree type thing? Yes, you can do that. Can you do you have a CRM in this? Yes, you have a CRM. Can you do a membership site? Yes, you can do a membership site. Yes, you can take orders and payments. And yeah, you can literally do anything you want with this builder. And it's only, and here's the coolest thing. The pages load laser fast. We've done tests comparing them to the other higher cost funnel builders, and these pages load faster. They're on Amazon Cloud Server, so that's why. And then they're optimized for speed. Like when you upload an image to the builder and you put the image on your page, it's optimized behind the scenes to load faster. Like you could even upload so a lot of other builders, if you upload like a really, I don't know if anyone's had this happen to them before. You upload like a really large file to one of those other funnel builders and it slows your page down dramatically. When you upload the large file to our builder, it optimizes the file without losing quality and it loads fast automatically. So you can't screw up the speed. Like unless you put some kind of like custom HTML in there or something to mess that up. But if you use any of the internal features of the builder, you won't screw up the speed. So anyway, it's just a really amazing funnel builder. $25 pays $20 a month. Crazy. So you just refer a couple people and your product is paid for. You could build $1 million business on a $25 builder, just like we have. We have multi-million-dollar business and all of our pages are in the funnel builder. As you can see, our Let's Go pages, we've got all of our membership sites, everything. So even on our current membership site, as you can see, all of it is built in our builder. Some people, I remember there was a comment once, he was like, they're not even using their own funnel builder to build their pages or something. And I just laughed because look, I'm logged in right now. Yes, we are. So we have a multi-million-dollar company using a $25 funnel builder, and it works perfect. Cool. So it's not a cheap funnel builder. It's a high quality funnel builder for 25. That leads us to traffic and conversions. Once you have a website on the internet, you need to learn traffic. So some of the problems that I had is I didn't have any mentorship. I was just on my own. I was told to go place a banner every day on the internet, like I told you, and I didn't have any guidance. Like it was literally like I would call my sponsor and it would be crickets. So what's cool in HBA is you don't need a sponsor in HBA. Now, if you join someone and they help you, that's fine, but you don't need it. That's the cool thing. So we have what we call Traffic and Conversions Academy. And so if I go into our members area, you will see we have it laid out. Let me log in real quick. We have it laid out in a way that someone brand new can just go through. And so what do you do before you start driving traffic to your website? You go to the pre-traffic section. This is kind of setting you up for success, right? And then you start learning free traffic. And you can go through the modules on free traffic if you're on a budget. If you do have some money, you can learn some of the paid strategies. And then what do you do with that traffic once you have it? Well, you need to get sales. And Paul and I have years and years of sales experience. And so we teach you how to convert those sales. In fact, someone was asking us the other day, like, what do we do when we get a new sale? Well, we have a training, getting your new team member started right. And Paul has an amazing training here on getting your new member started right. And I believe he even goes over, sharing the value of the other products and making you more commissions from it, right? Then Amy has a pretty cool email series that just plugs people into what we have as well. So that's conversions. And then on top of all of that, like I was saying, if you feel like you're on your own or you feel like you need a sponsor, you actually don't need a sponsor in HBA because we are your sponsor. And what do I mean by that? Right here under Get Coaching, we do a Monday night mastermind where we learn from other people in the community. And this is for premium members only. And then every day we get on a Zoom at 11 a.m. Eastern. And Paul and I and the other leaders that are hosting that and everybody who gets on there, we are all your sponsor. Okay? So you can jump on there, ask us any question you want. We'll help you. We've even logged into people's websites and fixed it on this mastermind. Like we are literally there to help you every day, Monday through Friday with this mastermind. And so if you've ever been feeling lost in the past, don't feel lost anymore. Plug into HBA Premium product. And not only do you get daily help from seven-figure earners, 6 and 7-figure earners, you also get quality products that pay you 80% commission, $100 every time you sell one of those products. So wouldn't it be cool if you went out there, you sponsored a couple people, and now you're making $200 a month from premium and only paying $125? And so now we are paying. So in this illustration here, at that level, we are paying you to coach you. You know how like sometimes you'll go pay a coach and pay them a monthly fee? Well, wouldn't it be cool if we paid you to come to our coaching? There you go. 2 sales. We pay you to get coaching from us. And so that is a cool concept. Then there's the Financial Literacy Academy. So what do you do with all the money? Like I said, when I first started, I had a problem with money. I would put everything on a credit card and then all the income would go in my bank account. It was backwards. And so then I just kept racking it up and not paying it down. And so what does that do? It gets you in a financial pinch when you're not making money, right? And so what we needed to do is Paul, his very first company he ever joined he said he didn't make any money for like the first year, 4 years or whatever it was from that company, but he learned some amazing life skills that he's teaching in the Financial Literacy Academy that has helped him become debt free, make money, and keep it, right? And so we have all those strategies taught in here, and Paul's the main trainer in this, as well as an attorney that we hired named Mark Kohler. So we hired him to do the tax strategy training inside of the product, and he is a CPA, best-selling author, well known in the industry, and he agreed to do our tax planning stuff. So financial literacy is all about just helping you be financially literate and keep the money that you earn and don't get into debt, and also be able to grow that money. Like Paul has also created some cash flow from rental properties and things of that nature that he teaches in this course. So that's a one-time cost product of $500 if you get started within your first 3 days. Pays out $400 commissions, one-time commissions. It's not a monthly cost. It's just like a little bit of an insert into our comp plan. So I think that's pretty cool. And this will help build that foundation to, when you're making money with the other products and you're keeping it. And what is that saying? A penny saved is a penny earned, right? So that's kind of the concept of this product. So those are our products that we have. And let me just ask in the chat, do you feel like someone can get value from all of these products, even if they don't sell them? Let me know in the comments. And that is the goal. Like, we wanted products that you can get value from, even if you don't sell these products. And that's it, right? That's our company in a nutshell, the products and the comp plan. And so where do we go from here? So you're probably on this page and someone has invited you here. So if you have any questions, reply back to the email, get with the person who invited you here, ask them your questions, and then they can help you get started. Or if you're on this page and you see a button below the video, you can also just click on that button and get started. So the cost to get started, let me actually just pull open the page here. Let's see. It might have a delay of the button, but yeah, so this is the page that you're on. So if you just click on the button below the video, it doesn't show up for me. I think it's like a minute delay or something. I should probably turn that off during the live, but yeah, so you click that button. It's just $25 to get started today. That'll give you the all-in-one package, our best package available. If that's something that you want to plug into, you get 2 weeks of HBA Premium where you get the coaching every day for free. So you can grab that for 2 weeks for free. And that's it. So you get started below. There'll also be a link in there for Let's Goal below the video as well. So if you click on the Let's Go link, you can get started for $10 and kind of get your feet wet, right? And get inside of the community, see what we're about, start using the habit tracker and creating amazing habits. So with that, I'm going to just invite anyone who wants to come out and share anything before we get into Q&A. And if you guys have questions, start typing them now. And Paul or anyone, you guys want to come out and share anything before we do Q&A? Come on out.
I'll jump out super fast and say, thank you, Mike. That was awesome. I was loving every minute of it. I was taking notes and just being really inspired by your story and how thankful I am that, like one really good tip, and maybe I'll share a couple of tips. But one good tip is, can you make your presentation valuable so that even if someone doesn't join, they're thankful they attended the presentation? And as I was listening to Mike's story, I was like, wow, like this is super valuable for anyone who's thinking about building a business from home, building a business online. Like when you're new, you know nothing about this profession. And so it inspired me. I went and wrote an email, and the subject line was how to avoid financial ruin online. And how do you do that? Listen to someone who's made all the mistakes so you don't have to make them, And that's what Mike was going through in the first part of today's presentation. So I'm super confident, like, hey, please watch this presentation. If you want to build a residual income, if you want to make money from home, if you want to, have your dreams come true in some sort of a home business model, it's really important that you watch this information, because even if you don't join, even if you don't click on the button below this video today, fill out the form and get started, at least you will know what not to do and what to stay away from and what are red flags that might indicate that, hey, danger, danger, danger down this path. And there are dangers everywhere in the home business profession, unfortunately, because like Mike said, my story mirrors his story, and we could be here all day telling stories. So that's one tip. But I also did want to just super fast let you guys know that, one thing I'm really proud of, when Mike and I remember the night we were sitting in a hotel room, and Mike and I, we've shared so many hotel rooms over the years. And it's so fun. Like, we have an event coming up next month. And one of the things I'm looking most forward to is the car ride down to Dallas, Texas, because I'm going to drive to Mike's house. He's going to get in. We're going to drive to Texas. And then we're going to do this event with all of you guys, whoever decides to come. And then at night, we're going to be laying in the hotel room, and we're going to be talking about the day and talking about the people and talking about the business and talking about how we can do things better. And we've been doing this, right, Mike? We've been doing this for like 20 years, and it's just so fun. And we come up with all kinds of ideas. Well, anyway, when Mike and I were in a hotel room one night, and we were talking about all of the problems that we'd faced, and this idea came to us, hey, what if we could create something that has everything we love and none of the things we don't love? I remember I was laying on this bed, and Mike was sitting over at the desk in the hotel room, and I opened up a Google Doc and I said, things we hate. And we just listed them, and we were just coming up with all these, what are things we hate? What are things that were not good? And we made this list, and then we came up with another list that said things we love. And then we made that big list. And then we just looked at it and we're like, can we create something that has all of the things we love and none of the things that we hate? This was 8 years ago, prior to starting HBA. Now, we have a sales page that's available for you guys as affiliates, anyone who's an affiliate with us. And guess what we have on this page? The exact list that Mike and I made in that hotel room. The exact list. We put it on the page, what we love. Lucrative commissions, residual income, being job-free, not having a boss, time freedom, unlimited income potential, positive, inspiring, supportive relationships with great people. And by the way, all of you guys in HBA, thank you. Thank you so much for making this dream right here come true. Part of the reason I love this business so much is because of you guys, because of the people. You guys are all so positive and inspiring to be around. The ability to travel the world, be a business owner without having to create the product, fun events, personal growth, the ability to eliminate debt, the chance to start a business with very small startup costs. You heard Mike talking about $8,000, $3,000 to get started, then another $5,000 on ads. We don't think that's wise. You don't need to spend thousands and thousands of dollars to build a profitable business from home. It is unnecessary. The potential to change the world, recognition, no brick and mortar location or employees, tax benefits, the ability to positively impact others and make a difference. So in my mind, 8 years later, I think about what we've created together. And if you're a guest, what you have the chance to join with the link below. And I'm like, bingo, like we've done it. We've built this while making sure we don't have things that we don't love. Small commissions, leaders and reps, constantly changing companies, which prevents the building of real long-term income, having to build huge teams to earn income, lies, hype, manipulation, high-pressure sales tactics, pressure to attend and pay for events. As I mentioned, we have an event in November, but we don't pressure people to go. Come if you want. Come if you want to learn. Come if you want to have fellowship. Come if you want to, solidify your residual income. But if you don't come, we're not going to shame you for it. We're going to still try to serve you in the best way we can. Some getting hurt by going into debt. Mike talked about putting that $8,000 all on credit cards. We don't think that's good. We don't want to do that to people. having to buy more product than you need. And for those of you who have been in network marketing, I still have bottles and bottles of liquid vitamins in my house that I bought, because I had to buy them for the comp plan. Unrealistic comp plans, intense focus on material wealth while ignoring real financial freedom, principles, and other aspects of riches. Constant pressure to buy more products and spend more money. And by the way, for as far as online systems go, guys, that's one of the things that I've noticed in a lot of online systems is you join, but now all of a sudden, every webinar you show up to, every conference call you attend, every email you get is all about buy more, buy more, buy more. It's like in marketing, there's this concept called the value ladder. Have you guys heard of the value ladder? I think it was Dan Kennedy who originally coined this value ladder. And I like Dan Kennedy. He's got a lot of really great information. But I will tell you, when I read the value ladder portion of his training, I was like, no, that's not for me. The basic concept is sell something small and then keep selling stuff all the way up as expensive as you can possibly get it. Because it's like you got to get the people who have the money, you got to squeeze all the money out. And I'm like, I don't know. That's not for me. I don't have to get, everyone's money. I don't have to get as much money as I possibly can. But anyway, that's in a lot of businesses, buy more, buy more. What you bought is not enough. If you don't buy, we're going to make you feel bad because you're not in the club, And as far as residual income goes, how good is it to make people feel shame or like there's something wrong with them if they don't buy the next thing? Does that help residual income? I don't think it does, because if I'm feeling shame or like not a part of the club, I don't want to be there anymore. I want to feel included. So to build a residual income, you kind of have to have a different mindset and look at things a little bit differently. Companies going out of business, and I'm almost done and I'll turn it back over to you guys. Companies going out of business, right? Mike mentioned that. Unhealthy competition and drama between reps, ego, and poor retention. This was the list we made in that hotel room 8 years ago. 8 years ago. And here we are today, still doing the best we can to manifest this vision with your help. And all of that to say, what if there were a business model that offered all of the good with none of the bad so you could build an income from home and feel good about it? And that's, I believe, what we have. It's what we have. And if there's something we can make better, you can bet we're going to make it better because we're committed to this long-term vision of freedom through principle-centered leadership, being the change we wish to see in the world, making a difference in people's lives, and just doing things in the best way that we can so that we can be proud of what we're doing. Last thing I'll say, I was talking to one of my tenants last night. I went to pick up some rent, and he was telling me about he's a mechanic, and he goes to work every day, and he's a hard worker. I can tell this guy is diligent. He puts in his best work every day, and he's like, man, my employees, they're terrible. They show up late. When they walk from here to there, they're just like walking really slow. They're trying to get the money without putting in a good effort. And he's like, and I tell the owner all the time, who's a friend of mine, he's like, I tell him, you should fire these people. And he says, and I tell him, if you're gonna work, like do your best, And so we were just having this little conversation, and I said, I tell my kids, the money you get for the work you do is one form of reward, but there's a form of reward that you get that you can't get with the money. It's the form of reward that you get by doing your best, by making something great. I tell my kids all the time, like, hey, if you're going to mow the lawn or trim the weeds, don't just do the minimum, like make it shine. Do it so that when you're done with it and you look at it, you're like, I gave it everything I could, and I am proud of this work, and that's a reward that you can only give yourself. So in HBA, it's not just about the money. It's about the money. We want to help people be free. We want to help people build income as fast as possible. That's why we pay 80% commission, but it's about more than that. It's about being the best you can be in everything that you do, putting stuff out into the world that makes yourself and makes people better, building something you can be proud of. So if you're in alignment with that philosophy and you want to, join a community of people who are doing their best to live like that every day, for Jim Rohn said, for things to change, you have to change. For things to get better, you have to get better. And I'm probably not the only one that looks out into the world and sees a lot of problems. And it's like, what? Why can't people get along? Why is everyone so divisive? Why is everyone so filled with hate and discontent and all this stuff? Like, if you watch the news at all, this is what you see. And I'm like, this is the best that our leaders can give us. These are the best examples they can give us. What does little old me do about it? I'm sure we all want to do something about it. What can we do about it? The best answer I can come up with is just be the best I can be. Be the change I wish to see in the world. With whatever little plot of land I have to grow a garden, let me grow the best garden. And maybe in doing that, that influence will spill over to others and they'll do the same. And that influence will spill over to others and it will just spread. So that's kind of the idea, behind what we're doing here. And we'd love to invite you to be a part of it. It's fun. It's rewarding. It's profitable. Is it easy? It all depends on how you look at it. It's not push button. It's not get rich quick. It takes work, but like I try to tell my kids, don't look for easy, look for worth it. Anything great in life is going to take work, and you're going to value it more if you had to put the work in to make it happen. So those are my thoughts. I'm so thankful to everyone here who showed up today. The members here, love you guys. Thanks for being here to support, all of us here in this community, and to all the guests, whether you decide to get started with us or not. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the investment of your time. And, there's 2 links below. One is a $10 join link and one is a $25 join link. $10 join link is for Let's Goal. So you can get started for $10. I can't believe that. Like, it's so low cost. It's a door to a better future that's accessible to anyone and everyone who wants to open that door and walk through it. And we will be here to help you on the other side. So $10 link and $25 link, whichever one is best for you. We'd love to invite you to get moving on. So Mike, I will turn it back over to you. And thanks for listening.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Paul. Cool. So yeah, you should see it below the video and just click on that and get started. Cool. So let's do some Q&A. If there's any questions from guests, be sure to use actually, I don't know if the comments is on there. So I guess if.
And maybe we could ask, like, Robin, do you want to pop out and just share, like, you've been with HBA for a while. Like, what's your honest experience? Are you glad you joined? Has your life changed a little bit? Has it helped you? I'd love to hear from you, Robin.
What's up, HBA fam? I need to be Zoom ready. I had to find my mic since I was messing with my mic this morning. But I absolutely have no regrets when joining HBA. I feel like HBA has been the thing I've been asking for without knowing I've been asking for years. So I'm a little bit different than Mike. I've been through the ringer with companies, but I never had the success. My mindset was, I call it, I was unaware of my mindset. I was unaware of my failure and things like that. So I started from the bottom. And before I got to HBA, thankfully, by that time, I was at least aware that I was missing something. I was missing a way to generate sales. I was missing a way to fix my mindset. I was just missing so much, legitimate companies and things like that. And at the time, I think I was generating about 1 sale every few months, if that. So coming into this business, for one, on the sales side, I would have to say that I literally was unaware of what was holding me back at the last company. And after following the YouTube training, I got results in like 3 weeks, and it kind of baffled me to where I literally opened up the system of the old company I was with, because I was baffled as to why I was with this company for so long and never made any sales. And I'd step into HBA, open the back office, and I start making sales. It was crazy. So it came down to, I'm not going to badmouth the last company, but it came down to probably being a few things. One, that company was literally trying to do everything to stretch that income out. We were already paying $150 a month. If we wanted more secrets, we had to pay $500 for this course, maybe $1,000 for this course. And then when we showed up with all of these promises, it was like, okay, I'm showing up for this webinar with all these promises given to me. And the information was so all over the place. So I thank God that y'all really have step-by-step instructions, so where you can come in, go into the training, get results. And then when you do have questions, because you should have questions, you can show up to these masterminds with the questions on the things that you're working on. And making sales isn't everything. Like, just like what Mike's story is mindset as well. So you want to be able to keep that money, because if you can't keep it, then I see a lot of people, they can't keep the money and they can't even stay in HBA because they're not responsible with their money. So you want to also work on that mindset, to where if your money is growing, your mindset is growing with it, so that you can keep it. But I really don't know where I will be without HBA. I'm so thankful for it. If my mama or my grandmama was into this stuff, I have no problem sending them a link to my HBA and saying, dig into this community. So I'm definitely grateful for Mike, Paul, all of the leaders in the HBA. And yeah, so I'm not going to take up too much time.
Thank you so much, Robin. So good.
So no, I do not regret joining HBA.
Even say for your mama or your grandma. That is a huge compliment. How about maybe we'll pull one more out, if that's okay, Mike? I thought maybe we could ask Gio. Gio, are you here live? I see you on screen.
Yeah. Hold on one second. Give me a minute. All right.
Yeah. If you don't mind, like before HBA, after HBA, and what you love about it here, if you do love it here, and why you think others might find value here by joining below.
I mean, I'm always happy to say why I love it here, because how I got here was actually, because I was doing a lot of things in the past, and I was trying to build businesses with, I mean, little to no success. And I spent a lot of money on traffic and, methods that, just didn't work. And at the time of coming in here, I was just getting out of debt. So I ran up credit cards up to $87,000. And I was buying courses, buying things from people, and I really wasn't getting any support. And I was presented with this, and I'm like, oh man, another thing. Like, I didn't want to join anything else. I was at the point to where I was like, I don't want to join anything else, and it would be another thing. But I decided to, look at it. And whenever I looked at it, it changed my life, because it took me from, where I was at to actually, doing stuff that I never thought I was even, capable of doing. And I also used the tools to create my own, products on top of the, affiliate program. And so I'm very, thankful for this whole community. And anytime that I have an issue or anything like that, you guys are always here to help. And, all we have to do is ask questions and come on. Like, it's up to us to, build our own businesses, right? So if we don't, plug in, we're not going to get those kind of results, right? So for me, what I tell, anybody that signs up with me is, you have to plug in. Like, yeah, you have the tools and the resources, but it's up to you to, make that, first step, so that, you can get the help you need. If you just, sit on the fence and think about it, you're going to be sitting there and you're going to be stuck there, and it might take you another 5 years to even start, getting results. And by that time, you're going to be spending a lot of time and money because, people, try to figure things out on their own. And that's what I was doing. I was going to YouTube, trying to figure things out on my own. It cost to be time and money that I could have saved, right? And the more you try to figure things out on your own, the more money it costs, right? So it's a lot better to, get into a place that will actually help you and help you to get those results and, be there along the way. The biggest thing that I could say about this is it's a community that's, there for you the whole time. And it doesn't matter, where you're at in business. If you're just, getting started or you've been, marketing for a while, it doesn't matter. We're here for everybody. And that's, something that I've never seen. And I've been a part of a lot of different things. And so, it's been a long time, and it's took me about 6 years to, start getting, real results, because I would make, sales here and there before, but it was nothing like a life-changing kind of, income. Like I can't say that I've ever like made an income that was like, wow, like it's really amazing until I came here. So this was the opportunity that allowed me to, start building that and having, retention and having people who, stay because of the support. So, it's something that I can't really express in words because you have to experience it for yourself and you have to believe that it's possible for you. So, that's my experience and that's how I got here.
Love you, Gio. Thank you so much. That was awesome. And I'll turn it back over to Mike. I think it's cool to hear from some of our members on these. So
Love it. Love it. Thank you, Gio. Good stuff. Yeah. So if there's any questions, we can do that right now. Is it anyone else wants to come out? That's cool too. But maybe we'll start wrapping things up because it is.
Did we take the comments off the presentation page? I can't see them on there.
I unhid that block, so it should show up now if you refresh. But
Oh,
so, yeah,
great. So just in case we have guests who have questions, there we go.
So if you're a guest, just refresh the page and you should see the comments. You can ask a question there. But yeah, so maybe we'll just start wrapping things up. And yeah, this has been a great mastermind. Thank you all for coming. I just want to let you know that again, I just want to reiterate that we are here for the long haul. We are here to help you in every way that we can. Sometimes I think it's kind of funny when I see a support ticket come through in fact, I think I've seen one support ticket come through and it was something along the lines of, I didn't know who can talk to and da, 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 da. And I was just like, man, if this person just knew, like all the support that we have, it tells me that they didn't go through the training, first of all, because if you guys go through the training, you will see that we do a live mastermind every day, almost, like except for Sunday. So we are live every day, multiple times a day, 6 days a week. And so when I see someone say, I didn't know who to talk to, or I didn't have any help or whatever, I'm like, man, just click on the mastermind, pop on a call, pop on a webinar, and we're here to help you. And that was really just a miscommunication on that person's part and the back office, right? Because we teach it all in the back office. But yeah, we are here for you. And so when you join, just know tomorrow, or actually Monday, would be the first opportunity for you to talk to us personally. And that doesn't happen a lot. Like, in fact, I've been a part of coaching programs, I've been a part of different things in the past, and I had zero access to the company owners. And literally, the only people who had access to the company owners were the elite affiliates that flew out, and then that was about it. Like, the elite affiliates usually don't have access to them forever. It's usually just during the sales pitch, right? Well, guess what? We don't just have a sales pitch. We do more internal trainings In fact, we only do this live meeting for guests once a month. The rest of the month, we are focused on the members and helping the members make sales and get results. So we are here for you guys, and I'll just double check the page one more time just in case there was a question, because I, for whatever reason, didn't unhide the question box in the beginning. Sorry about that. Okay, cool. So I think we got all that done. So thank you guys for coming. Appreciate you, Paul, and everybody that came out, Gio, Robin, and everybody who showed up here for this mastermind. So with that, one last call to action. If you just want to click, if you want to get started, I'm going to show you how to do that real quick. So right below this video, there's two buttons. One that says join the community. You can click that button. That will give you the best deal. You'll be able to get our all-in-one package with all these amazing bonuses and 2 weeks of premium for free, all for 25 bucks. You can get started with that option. Or the second option is you can get started with the Let's Goal product that I talked about. And that's only a $10 option right there. So those are your two options to get started today. Either option, you're going to be plugged into our community and be able to use our life-changing products and be a part of our 80% commission affiliate program if you decide to. So with that, make it a wonderful day, everyone. And I will unmute you. You guys can say goodbye to all of our guests.
Thank you so much.
Thank
guys.
you. Thanks,
Thanks
Mike.
for being there.
Thanks, Robin and
All the time.
Gio.
everyone.
Thanks, Lori Sue.